drenched banana leaves, turning the landscape into a shimmering emerald sea. This is the sanctuary of Malia. She is a woman whose soul is not just connected to the land, but woven into its very fabric. While the rest of the world rushes toward a future of steel and glass, Malia has chosen to remain where the soil is warm and the air is pure. She finds no music in the roar of engines. Her symphony is the gentle rustle of the wind through the tall grass and the intricate, high-pitched melodies of the wild birds that guard the forest. Sisters of the soil. Malia does not walk this path alone. By her side is her younger sister, Esther, a kindred spirit who shares this profound love for the untamed wild. Together, they have turned their backs on the frantic pace of modern civilization to embrace a life of intentional simplicity. Many observers from afar might call their lifestyle primitive or old-fashioned, but for Malia and Esther, they are the ones who are truly wealthy. Their riches are not held in banks, but in the fertility of their fields and the peace that settles in their hearts every evening. They live in a traditional home built from the earth, a structure that breathes with the seasons, keeping them cool in the heat of the noon sun and warm during the crisp highland nights. The language of the wild. What sets these sisters apart is their extraordinary connection with the creatures of the bush. In this village, the line between the human world and the animal kingdom is beautifully blurred. Malia and Esther possess a rare, quiet power, a gift of communication that transcends words. They do not fear the predators of the forest, they respect them as equals. To see Malia walking through the village with a powerful leopard draped across her shoulders, or Esther laughing while a wild baboon rests nearby, is to witness a lost harmony. They are the guardians of an ancient peace, proving that when you approach the wild with love instead of fear, the wild responds in kind. Every animal they touch is a testament to their bravery and their role as protectors of the natural order. A symphony of life in the yard. As the morning progresses, the yard becomes a stage for the simple joys of life. While the modern world is glued to glowing screens, Esther finds her entertainment in the flutter of wings and the dust kicked up by her chickens. There is a raw, honest beauty in the way she moves, chasing a rogue hen with a smile that reflects a heart free from the anxieties of the digital age. Every movement is a dance with life. They understand the cycles of the seasons, the language of the clouds, and the specific calls of the birds that warn of approaching rain. Their life is a continuous conversation with the environment, a deep-rooted existence that feeds their spirits just as much as it feeds their bodies. The ritual of the earth's harvest. Now let us step into the heart of their home, their outdoor kitchen. There are no cold stainless steel appliances here, no humming refrigerators or electric stoves. Instead, there's a hand-woven mat spread across the red earth, shaded by the broad, protective leaves of a fruiting banana tree. This mat is their sanctuary of creation. Watch closely as Malia's weathered but graceful fingers dance with a knife, slicing through sun-ripened tomatoes that bleed deep red juice. Esther works beside her, her hands stained with the pigments of the earth as she prepares onions, vibrant green peppers, and crisp carrots. Everything you see, every vegetable, every herb was birthed from the very soil they stand upon. They are not just preparing a meal, they are performing a sacred ritual of gratitude. The flavor of freedom. The air begins to fill with a dizzying aroma, a blend of fresh-cut spices, wood smoke from a small stone hearth, and the scent of rain-kissed earth. In this kitchen, cooking is an act of worship. It is a slow process, one that requires patience and presence. Each ingredient is treated with reverence because they know the labor it took to grow it. As they work, they share stories and laughter, their voices blending with the distant calls of the forest. This is the flavor of true freedom, the ability to provide for oneself, to eat food that is alive with nutrients, and to do so in total harmony with the surroundings. This is the African village lifestyle at its most authentic, pure, raw, and undeniably beautiful. A call to the global village. You feel it, that quiet tug at your heart. As you watch Malia and Esther, do you find yourself longing for a piece of that tranquility? We live in a world that tells us we need more to be happy, but these sisters show us that the secret to a fulfilled life is actually having less but loving it more. If their story has touched your soul today, please do not just watch and leave. We want to hear from you. Comment below and tell us, what part of this natural life do you miss the most in your city? Is it the silence, the fresh food, the connection to animals? Your words help us build a bridge between our village and your world. And if you want to walk this path with us every day, to see every sunset and learn every traditional recipe, please subscribe and join our family. The golden hour and the promise of tomorrow. As the sun begins its slow descent, painting the African sky in bruised purples, fiery oranges, and soft pinks, a profound silence settles over the land. The day's work is done. Malia and Esther sit together on their porch, watching the shadows lengthen across the valley. The fire in the hearth flickers, casting a warm glow on their smiling faces. They go to bed not with the blue light of a phone, but with the fatting embers of the sun. They sleep deeply, comforted by the knowledge that tomorrow the wild birds will sing them awake once again and the cycle of the earth will continue. Thank you for spending these 5 minutes in our world. Until the next dawn, stay connected to your roots.
Sote mgongo unakuwa mgumu. Hasa mgongo wa broiler. Mgongo unajikatia kama unakata na nili. Ndio mzungu bado. Malia bwana mtupata vitu nje. Nje. Jela. Ano kuguruka katamilia. Ngoja inone. Apa mchuzi? Kalau kira orang kau betul betul sudah bekal mobil. Dia. Kau wako wawili hao, sio mbili. Kazingua nini? La pilau kachumbari sio kuku. Kuku la bakao. Mara aungo tu. Tunamunga mchuzi? Sasa kama tunamunga mchuzi mbona hata kichemsha kaungo moja kwa moja inafaa. Ile supu yake ukaungia ndio inapendeza. Anapanga dawa zake. Hata kwa mimi siwezi dawa za kizungu. Ndio, takupa tuzo kwa mwenzangu. Online na unatambua naye.